Weekends are always fun, no work or school to worry about, so why would you worry about a farm in World of Warcraft? I'm here to help you decide what to farm so you don't waste your time. Before we get into that, we are fully returning to YouTube, so now more than ever we would love for you all to return to as well. So hit that bell button with all to know when I upload, and if you're feeling stashy, join us on Patreon and Discord in the links below. Remember to check out my community tab for updates such as full times of uploads and more. Okay, first things first, we will only be covering gathering or drop materials. Things that need to be made or milled will be next Friday with gathering. That's only if enough people want to see it. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to have more items and so forth in these types of videos. We'll be adding farming spots throughout the week and on Fridays for roundup video. Remember, these prices are mid for all servers for US and EU. All prices will be shown on the screen. First on our list is going to be tailoring. These two drop together, so in tailoring, there's no need to pick one or other. You're going to get both of these, and there's all a random chance. So take that with a grain of salt. You know, locations could be great, but they could be bad because, you know, RNG is RNG. So let's move on to skinning. Skinning is just like tailoring. It all drops from one mob, some more than others. I still suggest Bastion due to heavy callous hide. It drops a lot from the surface, and honestly, I would thought they would have fixed this, but hey, I'm not complaining. Also note, you can still make some good raw gold via making gear and selling to vendor. I'll be covering a few spots in the near future, so if anything, save the leather and the bones and you can make some raw gold. Honestly, I just told y'all this before I actually went on my break, that skinning was still going to be top dog in 9.1, which I was right. So I will say right now that I think it's going to go all the way up to the 3/4 of the expansion, and then at the end of the expansion where we're going to be the last raid, that's when they're going to nerf everything just like they did before and just like they did before that. So expect that to happen. Honestly, I'm going to stick by that, and let me know in the comments below if I'm right in the future. But I will say right now that skinning right now, go do it this weekend. It's something that you can make a lot of gold off of, a lot of money and so forth. It's not money, it's gold. But anyways guys, let's move on to the next thing. In Herbalism, it seems marrow root is still his top place due to the spawn rate, which makes sense since it's less abundance compared to others. Widow Bloom would be best choice, seeing there are many routes and less likely to be a lot of players at this time. Death Blossom is the weed of this expansion. It spawns everywhere in any zone, so don't focus on it. Rising and Torch are second to Widow Bloom, making them a go-to if your server is pricing them higher. If you decided to do Nightshade, make sure to combine it with mining. I showed a farm at the start of the expansion in the mall, and to this day it's still amazing. Let's go on to mining now. Unlike Herbalism, Lithium kept its spot at top ore, making it the go-to farm this weekend. Don't get me wrong, you get tons more of more common ore if you choose them, but this is the most demanded ore, which is great to hear because it never actually went tanking like some other things. My suggestion would be, if you decided to mine, pair it with Herbalism because both of those make a great team, and honestly, if you do the Maw Farm, you're just going to be well off when it comes to herbs and mining. So let's move on to cooking and fishing. Cooking will tag along with anything that you take. Prices are way down, but they do seem normal seeing the tier is far in. Until we get another content drop, this will be the normal thing. So using old spots for cooking will still work. Now, do I suggest you do cooking? Honestly, I think you should stay away from cooking, like, you know, just focusing on it. Obviously, like I said, it's going to be tagging along, but focusing just on it, I don't think so. I think you should just have it for a second or third thing. Now with that, let's go into fishing. So fishing, I suggest you go to your grove. Now, the thing is that not everybody has access to the grove. That's just something that's going to happen because if you didn't choose a certain faction, you won't be able to get this. But if you do choose the right faction, as you can see on the screen, this is actually going to be a great spot where no one messes with you at all. And you can actually get 3 pulls, and once you get those done, they respawn within a minute, and you can get another 3 pulls and so forth. The fish are random here, so I hope you enjoy this spot. Something you can do when you're just sitting down watching Netflix or anything else. So let me know if this is actually something you would be doing. Honestly, the prices have stabled and it makes sense because you only get 1 fish per cast, which, you know, I wish something would change with this. Honestly, in the near future, I'm gonna make a video of what professions should change and so forth to make better gold wise and so forth. I'm hoping that they do something different in the next expansion, but we shall see. So with that guys, let me know in the comments if you're gonna be doing fishing. Honestly, it's just something, you know, you could chillax at and so forth. In the end, what should you farm? Here is my suggestion in order of pairing, and if it doesn't have a pairing, it's just gonna be solo. Herbalism and mining as top tier. Skinning, tailoring, and then fishing. As stated, cooking will be with all. This is what I will be farming this weekend due to prices. Always play with your server strengths. I'm only giving you an outline with mid prices which are based on average. Your server might be a little higher on some resources or a little lower on some resources too as well. So please double check if needed. With that, I hope you found this useful and decided to return to my channel for more content. If you did, please like, subscribe, and as always, stay stashy.